care for everyone.
What are you fighting about?
I'm not going to leave you
Strays. Man,
astray.
Strays is spicy today.
We are
I
spicy.
don't like it. I know he likes hot sauce like me, but don't bring that hot sauce to me.
Are you two working together too much?
No,
Spending
this is
too
good.
much time together?
This is good chemistry,
It's
right?
good. You should have saw us walking around the field, okay?
Really?
I just
Yeah,
want
man.
to strap GoPros to both of you.
Here's the thing. You would assume going to an NFL football game
Yeah.
that us walking around the field, it'd be Shreg saying, Nate, come on, man, stop talking to everybody. I'm like this, Shreg, can we go 5 steps without you talking, having a long, extended conversation? Players, coaches, execs. I'm like, everybody. He's like the mayor. Shreg, hey, Shreg. I felt like the sidekick.
You felt like me whenever I'm anywhere with you.
No,
now you know how it feels.
Peter, like Stringer Bell and
I play the bad guy anywhere I am with Nate.
Well, everybody loves
Airports,
Nate.
anywhere. No, I play Nate. He's signing autographs, and I'm the one that's like, Nate, we have to go. Excuse me, we have to go because he doesn't want to, say that to anyone.
People like the Shregs better than Nate? I've never heard of that. Everybody loves
Shreg
Nate.
at football games.
Love that.
Coolest guy to walk around with.
You guys are doing the Raiders and the LA Rams game. Glad we fixed this situation, and now we have Will Selma giving us all the goods out in LA.
Absolutely, and we never got the film review of Christopher Robin. I thought that both Shregs and Nate watched Christopher Robin. I've been waiting anxiously.
An early morning screaming before the show didn't happen.
Didn't see it.
Yeah, come on. Well, maybe this week.
They were sleeping
All right.
in the theater here at NFL Experience.
Yeah, Peter was Eeyore.
Yes, I can picture that as well. Eagles offensive tackle Lane Johnson says he's ready to face the Patriots on Thursday in a rematch of the Super Bowl. Now, the feeling is mutual for quarterback Tom Brady when it comes to seeing Johnson and company again. Brady telling WEI Radio he absolutely plans on playing. He's been dealing with the sore back, but it's considered a minor issue. TB12 says he's doing well and that there's always little things that you're working through. Now, Brady didn't play until the second game last preseason. TB12 also giving a glimpse into his plans for next season.
I certainly expect to be here next year and, hopefully beyond. It's, like I said, I have goals to play for a long time, and I still would love doing it. I still want to do it, and, but I'm also focused on what I need to do this year. It's a tough challenge, and it's a great challenge, and I've loved it for a long time, and I still want to get out there and be the best I could be for our team.
All right, so Brady wants to keep playing. Jets wide receiver Terrell Pryor telling reporters he won't play Thursday against the Redskins. If only this was the juiciest part of this story. Pryor also telling reporters that he had off-season surgery for a broken ankle. Well, being that open and specific did not sit well with his head coach.
Like he should keep his mouth shut and leave the injuries to me. As a coach, how do you handle that? I've already handled it. Did he get fined for that? We had a conversation. We'll discuss our own in-house things in-house.
Well, Pryor's bad day at practice on Tuesday continued at joint practice with the Redskins, going one-on-one with safety Monty Nicholson. The play gets broken up, causing Washington players to celebrate. Look at DJ Swearinger. Oh, yeah? Look what he does. Animated. Does a little psych move. Yeah, right over there, causing Pryor to flinch, much to the delight of the Redskins players who were there with Swearinger. We have had Swearinger on the show. We know he is a boss and he is a bad man. But going back to Todd Bowles' comments, he was not too happy. I mean, players or coaches always like to keep these player injuries close to the vest. This seemed to really bother Bowles, the fact that Terrell Pryor would air that out. What do you guys think?
Yeah, that's great about Bowles, but back to that situation and how it went crazy on Twitter. We appreciate you, Will Silva. What happened there?
So it's a Stone Age thing about not flinching.
Cavemen.
Yeah, pretty much. DJ Swearinger fake punches at Terrell Pryor, and Terrell Pryor flinches so hard he almost does like a 360, and so social media decided that he got punked and he's not a man and all that blah, blah, blah. The greatest thing that Kobe Bryant ever did was Matt Barnes throwing the ball at his face, and he didn't even blink.
He's chewing his gum.
It's a tough guy contest, and so here's what happens. So Swearinger breaks up the play. It's no catch.
They get the talking. They get the barking.
And I'll remind everyone, Terrell Pryor pisses people off. Or whatever it is.
Teammate last
his
year.
old teammate. Now watch Swearinger. He's going to fake punch. He's going to go, yeah, I got some before you. There's number one.
They're talking,
fake punch.
talking.
Look at, so in
and
the
that makes you
minds
guys
of
cringe.
certain people, that is an emasculating look for Terrell Pryor. That's how I would
Two
say.
for flinching is what people say.
Even though he had a helmet on.
Yeah, even though I had him on. Listen, I'm good with what Terrell Pryor did. What, you going to let somebody punch you in the face and take a blow to the jaw? Nah. You
got a helmet on.
You flinch a little bit. You know what I mean? Then you go address them man-to-man, which is what they did. I love that, though. I love that in practice. Getting into it so much you think something's about to happen and you don't fight. That means the practice is competitive. I'm good with it.
A joint practice. Let's focus in on some players to watch, though, presented by Ford F-Series. Once a week, we're going to focus in on players to watch during the preseason, beyond, and this might be a free agent, guys. It has to be a new guy, a free agent that signed with a new squad, a rookie who was drafted, getting his first look in the NFL, or a veteran coming back from injury that we missed on the field last year. So, Nate, let's start with you. Who's a player that you're going to watch this season?
I'm looking at David Johnson with the Arizona Cardinals. You know, we love these new age running backs. We love the guys that put up the numbers, the Todd Gurley's with the Rams and the Le'Veon Bells. But 2 years ago, this was David Johnson's league. I mean, yards from scrimmage, he had over 2,000, 21-18. He had 373 touches. Both of those categories led the NFL. He was one of the best receivers in the league. Let me put this in perspective. Last year, Kamara led the NFL at the running back position in receiving yards with 826. That was fantastic. He was known as a dual threat, you know, back there with Mark Ingram, but he caught a lot of balls out of the backfield. In 2016, where David Johnson led in both those categories, he had 879. It's almost 1,000 yards. And he came on the show casually, as he always does, very humbly said, you know, my goal is 2,000 yards, 1,000 and 1,000. Video game numbers. So I'm looking forward to him, not just because I'm excited to see David Johnson, because David Johnson could change the complexion of the NFC West. He could take those guys from a team we're not worried about to one of the best in that division.
Help his quarterback out.
Yeah, I'm going Jimmy Graham. I got really excited yesterday. I was thinking about the Packers, and I was thinking about Aaron Rodgers and all his weapons, and there's always been guys like Donald Driver and guys like Greg Jennings and guys like Jordy Nelson. He's never had a red zone target like this guy. And the way Rodgers throws the ball with such precision, I think this could be his best weapon he's ever had in his entire career. Now that he's 34 years old, entering a contract situation, I think Jimmy Graham is going to be awesome this year. I think this was a coup for the Packers to sign him. He's not only never had a tight end like Jimmy Graham, he's never had a target so big and with such great hands and so athletic. I'm waxing poetic because I truly feel that we're on the cusp of watching maybe the best connection in the NFL this year. I think Rodgers to Jimmy Graham is going to be something very special. And I think just watch out NFC North. We're not talking about it enough. Jimmy Graham is going to be an amazing version of what Rodgers has had, even better in the red zone.
That controversial Packers tight end takes. Remember your Martellus Bennett, Jared Cook take?
I like it. That's high end. That get me fired up.
What do you think? If you're Martellus Bennett watching this, best weapon he's ever had?
Martellus Bennett's Packers career wasn't exactly illustrious. Let's leave it at that.
It was quick, really quick. But Jimmy Graham, big. He's never had a guy like that. You're right.
Never had a guy like that.
Best bromance in the NFL?
Could be.
That means something. Love hearing that. All right, not as a Bears fan, but just as a fantasy football fan. The guy I'm looking at is Courland Sutton because I like that he didn't have a huge showing last week. People say, oh, he's been so great in camp, and we're hearing that he's just clowning on everybody at camp and just being really great, and he's huge. He's like 6'3", he's amazing, and he had back-to-back 1,000-yard double-digit touchdown seasons there in Texas where he played. But I like that he hardly had a chance here. Hardly had a chance. Case was in and out. They had Royce Freeman doing some things because he's like a super sleeper for me. I think he's going to be on the map. I think he's learning from two Pro Bowl wide receivers in Demaryius Thomas and Emmanuel Sanders, soaking that all in. They're going to need him this offense. I still think will be a huge upgrade on what they had going on last year. And I'm looking at Courland Sutton to maybe be the best receiver in this class.
Did Courland Sutton get one of those haircuts, Kay? Did he get one of those haircuts?
I did not see.
Let us know, Broncos. I want to know because I bet he did.
I feel like he's going to get more work, though, throughout the preseason. Very limited. What did he? I have it right here. 19 snaps, 1 catch for 3 yards. That's not Courland Sutton.
Okay.
Get ready.
Big play. All right, I'm into Courland Sutton. I'm also into this guy, someone we've all talked about for years. Sammy Watkins, all right, is in Kansas City, and I've reached a point with Sammy Watkins where I'm kind of getting annoyed with the conversation about him. Let me tell you what I mean. For whatever reason, he's become like a punchline that people go to. When you talk about Sammy Watkins, first of all, you talk about how much money he's making, and it always comes up as some like, well, Sammy Watkins is making that. How could this guy not? Show me the full screen about wide receivers making money in this league. So Antonio and Evans and DeAndre, and then there's Sammy Watkins, and you're going to see a lot of people not on it, like Julio and Odell and fantastic players, as if Sammy Watkins somehow committed the cardinal sin by accepting money and leaving teams. It always is about how much money he makes. By the way, fine, take whatever you can get. And then here's the thing. The second layer you talk about Sammy Watkins is, Well, think about all the guys in that draft class who the Bills could have taken and took Sammy Watkins. Mike Evans, Odell, Devontae, Jarvis. As if Sammy Watkins has been a complete bust bum in his career. All Sammy Watkins has done is at 22 years old, had 1,000 yards and 9 touchdowns in 13 games, all right? He's had some injury issues. I understand it. It's not really his fault. He comes in shape. He's a game breaker. I'll go even further. Take it to the table. Yesterday, Peace Rags, were you not on with the great Mike Francesa?
Yes.
He was on with the Pope here in New York. Mike Francesa is so excited about the season. He's very excited, and he says there's going to be this incredible connection in Kansas City, and it's going to be Patrick Mahomes and Tyreek Hill. No mention of Sammy Watkins. Tyreek Hill's electric. He's great. Are you going to Tyreek Hill on 3rd and 9? Are you going to him on 3rd and 6? I don't think you are. You're going to your #1 receiver who is healthy, who is ready, who gets made fun of constantly for his money and where he was drafted and all that. So Sammy Watkins, I hope he goes and proves some people wrong. Be a great player, not a great punch. Good point.
Franks, you called Travis Kelce the #1 receiver in that offense. A lot of people would say that.
Yeah, and the thing that's interesting about Watkins is that he had a really good season last year, and the Rams wanted to pay him. Like, the Rams were not trying to get rid of him. And the Chiefs blew him away. The Jaguars wanted him for that money, and the Cowboys wanted him for big money. So it wasn't just the Chiefs throwing a whole pile of cash. 4 teams were very hot for Sammy Watkins, and that's why he got that money.
It's so true. It's like a child that kind of dry snitches on his friend. Well, Kyle got some candy. Why can't I get the same candy?
Trent's got Power Wheels. I want one too. Well, they're expensive.
Sammy got
kid.
so right. Yeah.
Trent earned it.
Kid, go to your room.
It's a good
Tweet
student.
the show at #GMFB. Those are our players to watch presented by Ford.